anything happens to me after I bring up this subject, you know what it is. There's a theory that a lot of rappers they get signed, especially nowadays. These labels they crunch the numbers. They figure out what works, what brings them money, what doesn't. Rappers getting locked up, and rappers dying.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good Wednesday, man. These weeks are just flying by. It feels like just yesterday I was saying everyone having a good Wednesday. But anyways, y'all, we're back with another video, back with another reaction. We got a good one today. You guys are gonna love it. But before we get into that, y'all, I think I fixed my damn webcam. I didn't know it was the webcam that was glitching, and if you guys noticed, it was like skipping frames, right? It was the webcam, it wasn't my OBS. So I got that fixed. No more stream delays, so it should be good to go. But hey, you know my slogan, enough with the chit chat, let's get into the reaction. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put this into the universe, y'all. We get this video to 400 likes on Friday. I will sip on a Coors Edge non-alcohol beer with y'all for Friday's video. 400 likes, I'm sipping on a non-alcohol beer, Coors Edge, y'all. Hit that like button. Let's get into the reaction.
Right, and when I found out that McDonald's have a contract with over 10,000 hospitals across the world,
why not?
I'm trying to figure out, how does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
How does that make sense, bro?
When did you ever go into a hospital to recover from anything and feel like you were better in any way in this sterile environment with these laminate floors, with these walls that look like you're actually about to be processed for a custodial sentence?
That's
Where
why
did you ever feel?
That's why I call a hospital a house of hospitality.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, the house of hospitality. I'll make you comfortable until you die. Don't worry. I'll make you comfortable. Electric this,
There's
electric
nothing to worry about when you're dying, right?
You get what I'm saying?
Today, 3 out of 5.
So you know what's crazy? There's a big Phoenix. It's called the Phoenix Children's Hospital, one of the top children's hospital. I think in the country in Phoenix, right? And they have a Ronald McDonald statue in the front, sitting on a bench. Now we're going to get into a little bit more of the majority of the people that are in hospitals on these next couple clips. Alzheimer's due to inflammation, which is due to the food you eat, right? That's a big part of inflammation.
People in the world will die of an inflammation-based disease.
80%.
Heart disease.
Are you calling cancer?
Yeah, cancer is inflammation-based. Heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer, type 2 diabetes, like they all have a massive inflammatory component. So inflammation, lots of different things that can drive it. I mean, from not exercising to smoking to alcohol, whatever. But in the context of food, what happens is that if you have big glucose and fructose spikes, as I mentioned, like your mitochondria become overwhelmed. They create reactive oxygen species and free radicals, and then those lead to inflammation. Too much glycation also leads to inflammation. Too much insulin also drives inflammation. So it's just like a big concerto of lots of stuff that drive up inflammation. Stress drives up inflammation, everything drives up inflammation. So the more you can reduce it, the better off you'll be. And oftentimes it's just simple things. Exercise reduces inflammation, that's good. Enough sleep reduces inflammation. Avoiding glucose spike reduces inflammation, etc., etc.
Does anybody know what it is?
The glucose spike is from, eating a lot of carbs. Now, I believe it's not the carbs that are giving you inflammation, right? It's the mixing of carbs with fat, right? That's where the heart disease, the cholesterol, carbs ain't the enemy. I've lost a lot of weight eating a high carb, low fat diet. It's when you mix the two, which that's the American diet, right? Burgers and fries, potato chips, processed foods, right? Most of that food has a high fat context and a high carb context. So it's when you mix the two. So if you're going to do one, if you love your carbs, just don't eat a lot of fat, right? And if you're like your fat, don't eat a lot of carbs, right? I do a high fat, low carb diet. I tried to, but I know my inflammation is high right now. I can feel it. I feel bloated. I feel like salt in my hands, the saltiness. And so, but when you're eating a low carb diet, that inflammation drops. You don't have those high glucose spikes, none of that. So I'm throwing this in there a little bit that, most of the people that are in hospitals are in there with the high inflammation disease, right?
What is it? Type 3 diabetes. Google it. You'll see the Mayo Clinic, the Cleveland Clinic, Kellogg University, Berkeley, National Library of Medicine, National Institute of Health. We have known that insulin resistance in the brain, which is called type 3 diabetes, is the leading cause of Alzheimer's. And then we developed this lie, this myth around Alzheimer's that people were losing their memory. That is not true. People are losing access to their memory. And access can be restored.
That Elizabeth Taylor took
I'll
Michael
diet.
Jackson to the party. Okay. In some kind of
Get
way.
into a little bit of this. Let's start that over. It's all diet, but what's crazy, I've said this on a couple videos already, on every corner, there's things that spike your inflammation dramatically, right? That are high fat, high carbs, right? There's really nothing on the McDonald's menu that is low carbs, low fat, right? Nothing really. Everything on those corners. So I think my little conspiracy mind, it's all connected, y'all. The like they said, the hospitals have a bunch of 10,000 contracts with McDonald's, right? Those McDonald's eating that food get you into the hospital pretty much if you keep doing it, right? We know it's not good for us, but it's so damn good, it's addicting, right? I know it's not good for me, but I continue to eat it. Not McDonald's, but, high processed, high fat, high carb type foods.
And
that's it with the food talk, y'all. I go all day about food.
Elizabeth Taylor took Michael Jackson to the party. Okay. In some kind of way, in the party, it was induced and Michael Jackson OD'd. Really? In 1979? 1979.
So you saying did he pass away in 1979?
So I wasn't there. Okay. Let me tell you what I heard. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, Michael Jackson was deceased in 1979. When Las Vegas found out about it, they said they could not have a pop icon die in Las Vegas. They had just lost the R&B king, Elvis Presley, 1977. They said it would be bad business. So I understood they went to the Jackson family and told them what happened, and that you got other sons. If we say this about Michael, then it'll ruin you. You'll be back in Gary, Indiana, allegedly. All of a sudden in 1979, he's doing a commercial, and a fire happened, and his hair caught on fire.
Was that in 79? That was in the 80s, wasn't it?
1979.
In 79, his hair caught on fire?
1979, the Pepsi commercial.
Wow.
So he was in hibernation rehabilitating, so they said that they had lookalikes because they were recreating a Michael Jackson and making a clone.
Wow.
Damn. Look at this. Crazy.
You saw an actual mermaid?
That's what it was. It was a swimming person. Me and this little French boy, and they said don't swim in the lagoon after dark.
That just sounds funny. Little French boy.
Me and him get in the water. From a distance, you see something coming like a fucking missile, but it's going fast. We both kind of stop, and then it turns and it jumps out of the water, and it's maybe at least 10, 12 feet long, man. The water was only about this deep. Didn't make a splash or nothing, and it wasn't like a mermaid. Didn't look feminine at all.
Look at a man.
A fucking man.
Really?
A fucking dude who said, "Get the fuck out the pool." He had the back of him was fish. The back of him was fish. His head was humanoid. Eyes about so big. Then, if you Google it, the lagoons of Seychelles. Okay. And I ain't the first person to see some shit.
Really?
In them waters.
So I wanted to show you the blue lights.
Let's start that video over. That's great. What do you guys think? Do you guys, after watching this clip, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something like that in the ocean, right? There's something like that on land. A gorilla, chimpanzee, they got thumbs, right? They got eyes, they got chests, they got arms, right? They look like humans on land. So what makes you think maybe there's not something? And they just found out about gorillas. I forgot when Was it the 1900s? I'm going to put that clip on the next video, a Joe Rogan clip talking about when they first discovered gorillas. Like, they were undiscovered until 1900s. Some explorers going through the jungle, chopping down things with a machete, and boom, there's a gorilla, right? So that was just found. And you know, they say most of the ocean we don't know nothing about. I wouldn't be surprised, y'all. There's human lookalikes on land, right? Gorillas, chimpanzees, not lookalikes, but imagine the chimpanzee of the ocean, right? Something with like hand fixtures and a fish tail, but you know, human features, right? I I'd be surprised, but at the end of the day, I really wouldn't be surprised. And the UFOs go in the ocean. Just saying.
You Google it, the lagoons of Seychelles.
Okay.
And I ain't the first person to see some shit
Really?
in them waters.
Getting into
So
the
I
blue
want to show you
lights.
the blue lights that we have here in my town in Iowa. They like to put the blue lights on the off and on ramps to the interstate. That's where I find a majority of these blue lights. As you can see here, what normal lights look like, and then all of a sudden, wow, look at the black light. Wow, look at how it lights up the ground purple. Wow.
I think it looks dope.
Look at that.
I don't know what the
Wow.
meaning is behind it, but
Until next time.
If anything happens to me after I bring up this subject, you know what it is. There's a theory that a lot of rappers, they get signed, especially nowadays. These labels, they crunch the numbers. They figure out what works, what brings them money, what doesn't. Rappers getting locked up and rappers dying on two of the biggest promotions.
Great question. So about what happens when you go the speed of light. I mean, this is we love to ask this question in physics class. It's big fun. Now, one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go. There's no place to throw your trash. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe not you, but your kids develop ways to mine our landfills. We throw away so much valuable stuff right now, especially raw materials. I may be wrong, of course. Always may be wrong. But
yeah, a little side hustle for anybody out there trying to make a little extra money. People do throw away good stuff. When I was in Arizona, we had a thing called bulk trash. Bulk trash pickup is when once a month, each neighborhood has a day, right? So there's usually one every day of the month. And you can find the days on your city's website, and people throw away their, you know, things they can't put in the garbage can, sofas, workout equipment. I got my printer out the trash. So many things, right? Valuable tickets from World Series when the Yankees played the Dodgers. I forgot what year that was, but I got those tickets, sold them on eBay. But I used to sell a lot of stuff out the trash, y'all. You'd be surprised how much money you can make out the trash. And even better if you got a garage to put these things. Sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I sell a lot of couches. Now I would only get things that I personally would put in my place, right? Because there's so much trash that's really trash. But people throw some good things away for free, and you just go get it in your truck. You don't even need a truck. There's people out there getting vacuum parts, bulk trash pickup. We don't got it where I'm at now. I wish we did, but they don't. Little gem for you guys out there, you little hustlers out there trying to get a business started for free. All you need is a truck or a car. That's it. And some space.
I wouldn't be surprised if that turns out to be economically reasonable. All this plastic that's really hard to create and hard to get it to break down, it has value, you know. Now, one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go. There's no place to throw your trash.
anyone else besides me find this a little weird? All of the stuff that they are telling us to do when it comes to this eclipse. What do they know that we don't know? They're telling us to get groceries. They're telling us to stock up on essentials. They're telling us to have cash on hand just in case. So what exactly do they know that we don't know?
April
That
9th.
first photo that you seen was
April
a
5th.
news station in Arkansas. This one that you're seeing on screen is from a place in Ohio. So what exactly do they know is coming? What are they not telling us? This is some strange stuff indeed. You tell me what you think about all of this. They're even saying possible gas shortages. Very strange stuff is happening. Some strange things are definitely ahead. Be ready and be prepared because you never know what's coming next.
Now we got a comment from somebody in the CaveFam community. Shannon, let me know down below what this eclipse is called. I told you I would go a little deeper on it, but let me know what the eclipse is called so I can go deep. But she was saying that this eclipse has happened, I don't know, I don't remember how many times, but it's happened, let's just say 10 times in the past that we know of, and bad things follow it. So let me know down below what this eclipse is called, and I'll go a little deeper on the history and the things that have followed it. And, maybe we can get prepared for it. It's kind of creepy.
The companies that have like stars in their logo are related to Masonic symbols.
Yeah, like the Freemasons?
Yeah. So I didn't know that they worship like the bright sun or the bright star. And if you really look at it, in every logo that you see around, like Carl's Jr., the Sirius FM dog, he has a star.
Oh, it's a star.
Yeah, at the NFL logo, there's a bunch of stars. Everything has a star in it.
But also, stars is just like super prominent in a lot of things.
But also, I'll show you the ones that I found out.
Yeah.
So if you
I like
know
these
what you're
dudes.
looking for, these have different symbols. So Mazda, you know what the Mazda symbol is?
Yeah, it's like it looks
The
like
owl.
a bird kind of.
Yeah, it's the owl. The owl's the Illuminati.
Oh, like Mola.
Yeah. So HBO, if you turn it down, it's an owl. You turn your head to the side,
Wait.
see an owl.
Whoa, I didn't take that in.
All right, next one, search of Fox, FOX.
Okay.
Turn it to the side, skull, crossbones.
Oh,
Yeah. And then Taco Bell, you know what that is? You see the reptile eye?
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, it does look like that.
No, it is a reptile, so it goes like this.
It looks like a snake eye.
Yeah. And the easiest one, Chase Bank, you don't even have to look this up. It represents which is a sun symbol.
Wait, Chase Bank.
Yeah,
oh,
Chase Bank.
because it's like the
lines, the 4 lines connecting into a thing.
And it becomes what?
Like a version of a...
Oh, shit.
And that's a sun symbol. And in every Chase Bank commercial, you can see that it's on the sun.
Do you believe certain people in Hollywood are selling their souls almost?
I used to think that, but my pastor recently, he said that you can't sell your soul because the devil, he has no right. But I do believe people do certain things to work with the devil. I say that.
Interesting, because people online say like certain celebrities and artists sell their souls to get famous or get money. You know what I mean?
Whoa. People online know the actual people that did it, that regret it, come out and say, I sold my soul. They got songs, I sold my soul to rock and roll, right? Not us. They say it. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I would say people work with the devil for sure, whether they know it or not, right? Not everybody knows it, but when you use the word sell your soul, that sounds like you can't never get it back. No, it's never too late to repent and get back right with God.
So you can pick and choose. What it came down to for me is this. I see homeless.
See, this clip right here goes on a little more about last video when I said people are starting to come out the woodworks and speaking on these topics that go against the grain, right? Because Stephen A's like, I don't need you no more, ESPN. You need me, right? Now I got this podcast over here getting 1 million views. I don't need you. I can be free over here and do it on my own. So now ESPN, like the big networks, don't got the power. They're losing the power. They still got the power, right? But they're starting to slowly lose it because these people like Stephen A, I don't need ESPN no more. I got a following now. I can do my own thing, you know? So it's kind of cool to see people like this speaking the truth, right? Right or wrong. You hate Stephen A. You think he's part of the agenda, whatever. He's out here speaking the truth. You know, he's giving some knowledge.
Folks in the streets of New York all the time that are American citizens. I damn sure see them in California. We've got poor, impoverished, starving people who were born and raised in this nation. How in the hell do we come up with a $53 million pilot program for illegals, but folks who are here legally are born here, we don't have enough for them? Just like we could come up with billions, but somehow, some way, we can't fix the homeless problem. I'm down for helping Israel. I'm down for helping address the situations with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, okay? What about poor and desolate citizens here? How the hell do you print money for foreign countries, but you don't print that money to help eradicate folks that are starving right here in the streets of America who were born and raised here? This is what I'm talking about. And so when you have something like that, what's the one way to eradicate it? Yes, you got to have a flourishing economy. Yes, you can't have inflation. Yes, you can't be on the verge of a recession. Milk don't need to cost $7. Bread don't need to cost $5. Don't get me started with how much sugar costs. You can talk about employment all you want to. You can talk about the labor participation rate. But guess what? If you ain't making no damn money and you got to get 2 jobs to pay the same prices or to buy the same amount of stuff that you used to buy, and the price is higher than it used to be because of inflation, then guess what? What are you really accomplishing? That's why Trump is on the verge of getting elected.
Ooh, he said it. He said
There's
it.
a hidden thing that I recently found. I don't know if we talked about this, but Lady Gaga.
Now, how crazy is that? That's the face of ESPN, who's owned by Disney. We all know about Disney, their woke agenda, right? That's the face of, he's the face of ESPN, like it or not. That's Stephen A, right? Pat McAfee's getting up there, but that's the face of ESPN. Talking like that. That's a no-no in ESPN's eyes. That's crazy. I'm surprised he's not canceled.
Gaga's paparazzi.
Nah, I don't think we ever talked
So
about
Lady
that.
Gaga is really part, like, she always throws up like the signs and shit.
The Illuminati and all that.
But a person on the internet started playing paparazzi backwards. And
What is it
she's
playing?
saying shit like, I hope evil comes save us.
No.
The star. And she talks about the star. I'll play it for you. Watch. Hear it. This is paparazzi backwards. The star above.
Whoa, that's...
It's clear.
Yo,
It's-
that's clear.
It's clear.
That's
now,
very clear.
Now watch the next one.
That did sound like... Wait, what the... That's
And
fog.
it says, on the arm of your Bible, step on someone.
That's
evil,
fog.
save us, the star above.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, above he modeled on the arts, on Lucifer, on the baby. Yo,
No, that's
I'm
messed
telling you,
up,
it's
bro.
too clear. Like I'm all for like these conspiracy theories, but like it wasn't it was fam.
That's like...
Step on the Bible.
That's straight up. Damn.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
like that song too. That's what's...
I mean, how much is a lot of money to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Have you made, say, millions of dollars?
No.
Are you a rich man?
When you mean rich, what you mean?
Do you have a lot of possessions? A lot of money in the bank?
Position make you rich? I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life forever.
Ooh, that was a banger, y'all. That was a hell of a good video put together. I'm getting good at this, y'all. I'm getting good. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Like I said, if you guys get this video to 400 likes, that's a lot of likes. I don't think I've gotten a video of 400 likes, but if you do, I'll be sipping on a little non-alcohol brew over here on Friday's video. Just saying. But hey, if you guys made it this far, hit that subscribe, hit that like. I appreciate you guys. It's already gonna be Friday, y'all. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. See you guys on Friday. Have a good rest of your week, y'all. Later.